So let's get started. So I can't believe that this is literally the planet that we're on. Nicki Minaj gets defensive after Twitch streamer Hassan Piker criticizes Tucker Carlson tweet. So a couple different things happened where, you know, Don Lemon said that a source tells CNN that Nicki Minaj was offered a conversation with a doctor to clarify the efficacy and side effects of the vaccine, not a visit to the White House. A White House statement is coming shortly. Like, how the fuck did we get here from Nicki Minaj's cousin's friend's balls? Like,
1 year sub pog.
Okay. Ballgate is transcended into something far more silly as a right-wing culture warriors leapt at the opportunity to question the safety of the coronavirus vaccine. Tucker Carlson of Fox News has thus far been a staunch defender of Minaj, even making a public plea to the unnamed man with the swollen testicles to contact Fox News and share his side of the story. Minaj, having noticed that Carlson was on her side, shared a clip of Carlson speculating that the negative response to Minaj's tweet was motivated by a desire to bully the vaccine hesitant, rather than the tweet's potential for spreading misinformation or the absurdity of the anecdote. Popular political commentator and Twitch streamer Hassan Piker responded by tweeting, "You know he's a white nationalist, right?" And Minaj responded defensively, "Right, I can't speak to, agree with, even look at someone from a particular party. People aren't human anymore. If you're black and a Democrat tells you to shove marbles up your ass, you simply have to. If another party tells you to look out for that bus, stand there and get hit."
Defending you on highest stream last night.
So in response to that, I was in the process of drafting a tweet, which I'm sure some of you have already seen, because I didn't end up sending it. You didn't see it on Twitter, or rather, you didn't see it on my account, but you saw a draft of the tweet that never actually ended up getting uploaded. And yet, barbs that were looking absolutely into anything they could to be like, "Oh, dude, this will at least like draw the heat away from Nicki Minaj, like blasting a fucking Tucker Carlson video to her impressionable fan base that is, you know, all around the planet, and also, you know, young black kids, queer kids, LGBTQ kids, like, and all of that."
5 months.
They decided to upload the post of me writing it, and people in this community immediately were like, "Don't fucking tweet that. Don't do it." What was the tweet itself? Okay. I was trying to make an argument about how Tucker Carlson is a white nationalist who would support segregated busing, which is true. I stand by that sentiment over and over and over again, a million times over. Okay. I hope you guys understand this. There is absolutely zero fears or zero frustration I have with a tweet like that. Now, there were some in the community that did not want me to post this because they were worried that it would get misconstrued. There were some in the community that thought that it was a bad look, okay, that already misunderstood what I was saying. So let me show you the screen cap, or not even the screen cap. I'll show you the video. I don't want to use like any of these. I don't want to fucking elevate any of these like psychotic barbs. You know what I mean? I don't want to give them like, what is this? I don't want to give them clout, because that's literally what they were.
Like minutes could be hours or
that's
days
what they were, you know, advocating for. I was not joking. That was not a joke.
Backup, but got no response to make
none of that was a joke.
In the hogs.
I just want you to understand. When I say Tucker Carlson would have been an advocate to make sure that Nicki Minaj can't even get on the bus, let alone to the back of the bus, I mean it. Nicki Minaj was born in Trinidad, is a very beloved black artist. Tucker Carlson has numerous times, on numerous occasions, considered black and brown immigrants, and people like myself too, by the way, which is, you know, I'm white passing as fuck. You know this. I talk about my privilege all the goddamn time. I talk about how privileged I am, and I talk about how I try to use that privilege for at least good. But Tucker Carlson does not want people like myself or people like Nicki Minaj, especially people like Nicki Minaj, to be in the country. He has called black and brown immigrants dirty. He does racist agitprop every fucking night. So I'll just show you the, we have a ton of context around this issue, and we know you know better. They're coming at it with zero context. I know. Here, this was the draft. I said, I'm telling you, Tucker Carlson wouldn't even let you on the bus, let alone the back of it. But here you are reducing it to simple party politics. Like, this is white nationalism. It transcends beyond party politics, is what I was going to say when you guys told me to stop it. So I stopped writing it. and instead wrote a much more politically correct and much more politically correct counter that would not be misconstrued.
Damn,
okay? So, what happened in the aftermath of that? Literally, like, Barb Twitter, of course, went back, found the fucking video of me drafting it, and turned around and was like, you're fucking racist. You're racist. You're a white supremacist. They started going back to, like, older tweets. I was 100% right on this take. It was not a joke. I was not weaponizing segregation against a black woman. Okay? That was not my intention. That was not what I was trying to do. I was trying to say, like, this is a person who doesn't want you to avoid the bus. This is a person who does not want you to be on the bus, let alone in the country. Okay? And since then, of course, there's been a litany of, like, weirdo fucking Oakley wearing, hot dog headed dipshit fucking white supremacist honky ass motherfuckers in my DMs and all over, literally fucking crying and complaining about how, you know, I can't believe you called Tucker Carlson white nationalist. Lol. Can't believe it. And then also on top of that, I've had the Barbs come after me. Also, the Barbs with the great gotcha of something you ended up not tweeting. Yeah. So that's the... So I want to talk about two different things. But before I do that, I read something on Twitter that actually really upset me when someone was like talking about... Imagine Hassan posted this and they were talking about the tweet, right? This is a black community member who's a fan. And I was reading through their statement. And, you know, I want to address something here, okay? This statement was just so wrong. I'm sorry. I get that he's joking. And if he was just saying it to stream in his audience while malding, that's different. Because you get his humor and we understand what he's trying to say. But I was surprised when he genuinely considered tweeting it. I love Hassan and I agree with the point he was making. But I've just heard too many back of the bus jokes going through grade school to find this funny. I didn't see the rest of the stream after this, so I don't know if he backtracked or what. I know Hassan isn't racist, and he probably just didn't understand how hurtful this can be to some people. I'm not offended or anything, just disappointed that he would consider tweeting this. What Nikki said was stupid, and I'm all for Hassan dunking on her, but why is his first instinct to dehumanize her based on skin color? I know that wasn't his intention, but that's what he did. Edit. I'll add that I guess I don't have the right to call this objectively wrong. All I can say is that I found it personally dehumanizing, and I'm happy Hassan decided to not tweet it. I'm not calling Hassan racist. I know he's not, but I think his statement is dehumanizing. That's all. And then people like started, you know, talking and criticizing them. His first instinct was Tucker Carlson's a racist. He dehumanizes black people based on their skin color. He was very rude and blunt about it in a draft tweet he decided to not post in an arguably very not your lane way. But the discourse about this shit is very cursed. Nikki is using fucking Brexit talking points and defending Tucker Carlson, but people are making more hay out of Hassan being really fucking blunt about Tucker's racism. This kind of shit gets more into identity politics trap liberals and much of the left constantly fall into, making so much more moral panic hay about awkward dumb shit from our own camp instead of the straight up violent fascist racists and their witting and unwitting collaborators that they are the real enemy at the gates. That was a decent response. And then this person said, I'm sorry, and I agree with the point he was making. What Nikki said was stupid, and I think the tweet he went with ultimately was great. I didn't see the combo he had with Chad about it on his stream, so I don't know the context outside of the initial draft. I'm open to the possibility that I'm misinterpreting the statement, but I'm just saying that it hurt my feelings when he drafted it on stream. The discourse with Barbs calling him anti-black is ridiculous, but I can't lie and say that I didn't find this dehumanizing. Edit. Also, I don't think I think it's not really worth arguing over, especially because we know Hassan isn't actually racist. What Nikki said is ultimately far more harmful, but since it's the thread dedicated to the topic and I had some thoughts, I felt inclined to comment. So after the entire night of just like blasting fucking random teenagers on the internet, defending and doubling down, when I read this, I realized, like, I'm sorry. I am. I don't make fun of this person. Okay?
For teaching me so
it is never my intention.
Like,
I don't give a fuck about deranged, psychopathic Nicki Minaj fans. Okay? I don't. They have their own agenda. They want to fucking move the conversation away from like Nicki Minaj functionally defending a white supremacist or a white nationalist. They already probably feel internally conflicted a little bit about that. So they don't want to, they are under the assumption that their, you know, idol can do no wrong. So in a situation where the idol is doing something wrong and their, you know, their immediate reaction is like a person calling them out must also be doing something wrong, so we can just hyper focus on that. And that's precisely what they're doing. But in the process, there's a lot of people that I truly love and truly care for and truly don't want to hurt the feelings of, that misunderstand the intention and actually feel conflicted about this. So I'm sorry. I am. And I'm glad that I didn't. I'm glad. No, I am apologizing. Not to the fucking psycho deranged pieces of shit, but I am apologizing to people who legitimately, even with the fucking draft, felt conflicted about this. Okay? Like, this is a nice person. This is I never want someone like this person in my community to ever feel like I am dehumanizing them. Okay?
50K for a verse. No
like,
album
I
out.
don't.
Yeah.
And the other part about this that is like, the other part about this, on top of like the psychopathic barbs, is that like they also oftentimes are, you know, active Twitter members and in, you know, Black Twitter. So there were a lot of people outside of just like random fucking weirdo barbs that were also, they saw this fucking tweet draft and got mad at it and got mad when I was doubling down. Okay? Now, having said that, like, yeah, when I'm being attacked by like psychos, when I'm being attacked by like absolute psychopaths who are very clearly trying to fucking shift the attention away, did you upvote yourself? No, it automatically upvotes. Is the idea that the bus at the sticking point? Yes, because it invokes a powerful imagery. Okay, it invokes a powerful imagery, and to a certain degree, that is the intention. Like, she used bus, so I went off of that, but I wasn't trying to make a joke. I was being very serious. I do think that Tucker Carlson 100% is an unironic, like, he would be a defender and a supporter of segregated busing. Like, why the fuck wouldn't he? And not only that, but also he wouldn't want black people in the country to begin with, let alone black immigrants, right?
Love you, Chad. Happy 6 months hassle.
You should have just tweeted it. Sorry I talked you out of it. Yeah, if I had tweeted it, it would have been way worse, though. Because the very same people that saw it, they saw it because, you know, like there was an active and deliberate effort by people, once again, within Nicki Minaj's community that wanted to fucking, you know, use this as a way to like just hyper focus on that. So I should be more careful. And I'm glad that I was more careful ultimately. Okay, I'm glad that I was more careful ultimately, that people in this community were like, don't fucking tweet this out. Okay, you definitely didn't mock black oppression, but you definitely weaponized it. You shouldn't have done that, to be honest. The overall message of the tweet does not make you anti-black, though. Don't know why people are running with that. Yeah, they're desperate. They're searching. They're gripping on fucking straws. A lot of people have probably justifiably been hurt by other people who have claimed that they're leftist, who claim that they're fucking anti-racist, and then they turn around and say some fucking shit that, you know, gives pause to you know, young black individuals who probably are like fatigued by who they perceive as their allies hurting them, okay, and just like writing them off. So I totally understand that. That was never my intention. It's not my intention at all. And most people in this community already know that. But the problem is, while as large as this community is, it's not endless. It's not a vast sea. It's not infinite. Okay? Deflecting is the word you're looking for. They're deflecting for Nicki Minaj. Yes. Do you think Nicki Minaj being anti-vax is a PR stunt to distract from the fact that her brother may have raped an 11-year-old and her husband just committed a crime, apparently? I don't know. I don't know. But it's never my intention. They said that you were deflecting. Yeah, I wasn't. I was holding the conversation to the main fucking point, which is Tucker Carlson's a white nationalist, and you know, he does not care about Nicki Minaj or her fan base's best intentions in mind. He is just weaponizing Nicki Minaj as a willing or unwilling participant. That was you guys already know it's not my intention to make it seem like I was weaponizing segregation, okay? And I'm not weaponizing segregation. I'm not minimizing segregation. I think it's a pretty fucking big problem. It's kind of at the heart of the reason why I'm, upset about Tucker Carlson being prominently featured by Nicki Minaj. And it's blunt. It's a blunt tweet. I teeter on the edge regularly. Okay. Many people always say, like, man, y'all are getting too comfortable with black folk. Okay. And to that I say, yeah, I am. I literally am. I am. I'm sorry. And if you don't know who the fuck I am or don't know what the fuck I believe in, then you're gonna come at it from like, oh, here we go, another fucking white dude who is a privileged ass fucking white kid who claims to be the speaker of all black folk. It's something you've seen so many times over that you're probably like, this is yet another instance of that. And it's frustrating, but I'm literally comfortable with black people. I'm sorry. I know. And it's something that I'm aware of and something that I pull back on. I ironically talked about how there are certain issues that I don't get into, like that we factor in as black people's business, right? Okay, like buck breaking and things like that, or even like there are some things that I personally don't talk about. Why? Even if I am personally interested in it, why don't I talk about it? Because I know that like I have a lot of young impressionable white kids in here too, and I don't want them to be as comfortable, especially if they don't have the same amount of knowledge and same amount of background information to be able to speak on issues like this. And I don't want a single fucking fan of mine to ever come across as like an uneducated and racist person. Okay? Now, as far as like the delusional fucking barbs goes, I mean, dude, like we've already addressed, like there are other, black Twitter people that are, non-binary, 23 years old, like randomly, they're just like catching strays and seeing this
2 months,
and seeing me like defend myself and be like, stay on the message. It's Tucker Carlson that's a problem. And they got upset at it too. Okay? Do you get what I'm saying? And that sucks. What sucks, number one, is like, I don't want fucking, I don't ever want fans of mine that are black to ever feel like I'm, minimizing segregation or anything like that. The fact that the conversation shifted to you at all instead of platforming and legitimizing a white nationalist is telling you about us, that's precisely what I was saying the entire time too. That's literally what my point was. I was like, look, here, I'll just show you one of the fucking tweets. And that's the only thing I'm going to show you because I don't want to give them like any more attention because they are doing this for attention in many ways. Like there's a lot that goes into it where there's other underlying motivating factors there. Like this is the main fucking dude, Nate Rerun, who apparently is problematic himself according to other barbs, but he posted this and he was like, he posted this from a YouTuber's bitching about politics account. And this fucking YouTuber's bitching about politics account is literally a Nazi, first of all. So good luck. Good job on that, Barbs. Thank you for giving him 352,000 fucking views. So that was tight. Can you explain why you made so with that being said, can you care to explain why you made a joke about sending Nicki Minaj, a black woman, into the back of the bus on your Twitch platform and your viewers calling you out? I'd never said Nicki Minaj should go to the back of the bus or anything like that. Shut the fuck up. Okay? I said that's what Tucker Carlson would advocate for. And it's so ridiculous that like this conversation literally turned around to like me saying Nicki should go back in the bus or something. That's never what I said. And again, these are like literally fucking delusional stands. I said, if you think Tucker Carlson wouldn't be pro segregation, I don't know what to tell you, Lamau. This doesn't excuse you using black trauma as a joke or to prove a point. You don't got to tell me nothing because I'm a black person telling you what's racist. You're a white man and you have no place to tell me what's offensive and not to my community. Do you think Tucker Carlson being pro segregation is a joke? It's not a joke to me. You're acting dense and not understanding what people are saying. Your performative activism of using black trauma as a clapback is weird and racist. I said, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? You're this mad about a tweet that stayed in the draft instead of a dude who says brown and black immigrants are dirty every night to 9 million honkies being promoted by your favorite artist. The rage stand behavior. And motherfuckers are still doing like at that point it's over. The conversation is over. Like you're literally still moving. Like this dude has tweeted 0 fucking times about Tucker Carlson. And he has created Twitter spaces to fucking yell about like how offended he personally is. He's created like all of these fucking Nicki Minaj stands have just 0 fucking tweets about Tucker Carlson being a white nationalist and 1,000 tweets about me being fucking racist, dude. You know how many fucking death threats I get on a daily basis? It's still not as bad as like fucking obviously like being fearful for something you can't change about yourself, being fearful of your fucking life for being black. It's nowhere near as bad as that. I'm not like saying I'm a victim here at all. But goddamn, dude. I mean, you are betraying the same values that you clearly claim to care about. Like, you're giving the game away. If you're hyper focusing and hyper fixating on this one instance that you had to go back and fucking find, that you literally got from like this Nazi account, then you're obviously deflecting, and it's fucking pathetic. And now I just already gave this dude more clout, which really sucks. One of the POC community members that went into the Barb's Twitter space got called a C word and had his race question. Yeah, like that shit's always gonna happen. It always happens. It's like checking your true blackness is the black Twitter equivalent of checking your fucking leftist cred in left Twitter. Okay, I just feel like you missed the mark. Why didn't you consider how this would get misconstrued before hitting send? That's an interesting question, because I didn't hit send. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. The only reason why people saw this, other than like members in my community that told me don't tweet it, it's not a good look, is because they elevated it. That's it. So they're fucking mad about a tweet going around that was not even fucking sent. So then when I say it's not even fucking sent, it's not even like a tweet that's out there, you're circulating it, they go, well, you thought it. Yeah, I did. And it's not wrong. It's not a wrong fucking sentiment. So what the fuck? So pretty much typing and saying a racist clapback means it's not racist. You knew not to tweet it due to your own following telling you not to do it. You keep deflecting on what we are discussing now, and literally nobody on this thread defending him. I said, no, the counter is not racist. People in my chat stopped me because they knew dumbass stands like you would latch onto it because it's easy to misconstrue and deflect away from your own guilty conscience that you don't like that your fave posted positively about a white nationalist. He sent it on live camera for all his fans to see. The fact that he even thought it was acceptable to even type it out is very weird. Okay, then I'm a racist if you think I am. And that's the other side of it. Like, you're not gonna fucking change my values, my principles. You're not gonna change me. I'm not gonna be like one of those dudes who's like, well, I've been canceled by black folk. Time to be fucking racist. You know what I mean? Like, that's not gonna happen. Maybe some people would like that, so they would feel better about their own point of view to be like, yeah, I was right about this fucking asshole all along. Can you tell chat that people being mad about a tweet you didn't send but you typed live on stream to 30,000 people isn't thought policing, broadcasting live personal thoughts, and you know that chat's being dumb? This would not have gone anywhere if it wasn't like delusional psychopathic fucking stands who literally are elevating it to, and it's like synced out of the original fucking just like my stream. It literally fucking leaked out from Barb Twitter, who was like actively deflecting it, actively trying to deflect away from the main point in hand to others, to other communities. And it's really frustrating. Azan, you should have seen how racist they were being too, calling you a sand rat and shit. Kind of messed up. I don't care. They're like fucking young. They're young teenagers who are mad and having a little fun in a little bit of a fucking pile-on. Okay,
racism is the real racism.
Like what? Okay, they said that. Like who cares? It literally does not matter. Do you understand? It doesn't matter. And it is an idiotic fucking argument. And unfortunately, it went to different fucking spaces, because these guys are literally like they're like as effective as a fucking Taliban. You know what I mean? Look how deranged this clip is.
Black when he does it. Like, that's the whole issue. He is anti-black when he does it.
To that point you just said, it's like, yes, we can have that conversation, but you can't act like you're a greater authority on it.
Exactly.
Than black people.
Exactly.
Like,
He acts like
that's what he does on everything.
Okay, by the way, I mean, they're right. I don't have a problem with that. That's not cringe. Don't get mad at that. That's not like a bad thing at all. You try to do funny politics, you sometimes come across as insensitive. Tone it down. Love you, Hasi. Yeah.
Talking at, not talking with us, you know?
He's very, what's the word? Arrogant.
Yes, arrogant.
You're right. I am arrogant. One of the funniest things that I found, one of the funniest things that I heard though, was that like they were upset about the fucking trauma that even bringing up segregation and like segregated busing invokes, and the person who said that didn't know who fucking Rosa Parks was. Like, what the fuck is going on in the American education system, dude? What the fuck? Are you insane? They were like, that girl, you know, that girl that wasn't allowed on the bus. I was like, come on, dude.
Gang. That's the word. And the other thing is like, when you think about it, we kind of have equality, right? But we don't have equity. We don't have justice. There's no intersectionality to what he's saying. You know what I mean? I've got people telling me that.
So don't apologize for hurting feelings. Their feelings being hurt is based on... No. I'm not apologizing to any of the fucking freaks in the Nicki Minaj stan community. I'm apologizing to people like this, okay? I'm apologizing to people in my community, or I'm apologizing to people who misunderstood what my intention was, or even for a brief moment, like, felt like I was just making light of segregation or anything like that and actually hurt their feelings. Like, I don't want them to ever feel unsafe. I don't want them to feel like I am betraying my own values. I don't give a fuck about these dumbasses malding on the internet. So when I apologize, these are the people I care about. And these are the people that I don't want them to... Like, these are the people that I don't want to ever upset in this way. Okay? That's the difference. Anyway, it's just like people are super fucking horny to jump on other people's asses and just be like, yeah, you're fucking bad. Nah, bro, this is who's saying Hassan can't speak for black people. I'm dead. Yeah, I saw a lot of this too. A lot of people were like, you're white, telling, you know, you're white, shut the fuck up. It's like, and I would click on their profile and I was like, but you're white too. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm fucking less white than you. You're like, you're Wonder Bread in Idaho. I'm at least fucking Muslim and Turkish and shit. And I came to this country when I was 18. Like, the fuck? Just because you're a Nicki Minaj fan doesn't change the like, you're not black automatically when you're a fucking Nicki Minaj fan. Okay?
This man has been people telling me this man has been transphobic, racist toward other ethnicities and races. And that's really the main thing about like
bro,
the fact
they're
that
missing like
he might be leftist.
Don't forget ableist.
He's still
don't forget
racist
like,
comments like that.
you don't forget
two things can be true at once.
Yeah,
he's xenophobic. He's also xenophobic.
I'm xenophobic?
Much love from a leftist in Tennessee.
Motherfucker! I'm a first-generation immigrant. What the fuck? I've been living in this country since I was 18. I'm homophobic, xenophobic, transphobic, ableist. What the fuck? Oh, Yas was saying that? Oh, Jesus Christ. I thought it was like someone in that fucking space that was saying that. Holy shit. Anyway, dude, we watched you dismantle racism and Islamophobia while doing bravophobia a few weeks ago. That's true. I mean, dude. It's like... It's nuts. And with like... This is Jay Schlatt over again? No, it's not. It's not real. It's not real. With Jay Schlatt... He doesn't have a fucking entire like library of content or an entire career dedicated to fucking fighting against racist pieces of shit and trying to educate people on anti-racist values. So like that's the difference. And if these motherfuckers can call me racist and transphobic and homophobic and all this other shit, or you know, xenophobic, or that was a joke, I guess, but if they can call me fucking racist, then like everyone's racist, you know what I mean? And that is definitely a problem. And there is definitely a lot of people who are racist. Okay. But yeah, the entire energy here is literally just like, it's that people are more mad about fucking me saying Tucker Carlson's a white nationalist and like, these are his values, than Tucker Carlson being a white nationalist and having said values and being promoted by it. If Barb's didn't latch onto it, you would have just seen that Reddit comment, apologize, and been done with it. Yeah. They're getting clout off hating and lying. Yeah, I know.
Such blind stands that they didn't even acknowledge or question why Nicki was giving an actual white nationalist a platform. As I am coming to terms with my political ideologies as a socialist and a black man, it angers me.
What's the quote? You've been in the trenches fighting racism since you were a sperm in your dad's balls. Okay, but that's a little different because like, you know, like I'm not gonna fucking say that to like, well, I have 20-year-old Nicki Minaj fans who are black. Like it doesn't matter what my advocacy is. They're experiencing it. You know what I mean? You sometimes say stupid and hurtful shit, but I still feel safe here as an MB because I know you really just want to understand. Same with your lovely fans.
Thank you for the 9 months.
This is what happens every time when Normie
pass.
Idpaul left encounters people like you and Chavo. Yeah, I know. And ultimately, like I said, it literally does not matter. But my point has been the same, which is that like that girl is an anti-communist who hate watches you. Oh, okay, that makes sense. And like many people often forget that like there was a lot of people that were pulling up my old Candace Owens tweets about saying, because I've made some fucking edgy ass jokes in the past. When there was like 8 fucking blackface news stories in a row, I said blackface is hot right now back in like 2017, and they're like pulling that up to be like, what's this? Like they think I think blackface is cool and awesome. Like I don't know what to do to that, you know what I mean?
To be
Or
honest,
they're like,
I don't think the
or I
bars
said
don't understand a lot of what's happening.
or
Like
I
right
tweeted
now, they don't understand it's
that
the
Justin
top of the
Trudeau,
hour ad break.
when Justin Trudeau did blackface, or it came out that he did like blackface like a million times, I said, it was 2019 by the way, yeah, I know. When it came out that Justin Trudeau did like a million fucking instances of blackface, I said Justin Trudeau wants to be black more than Candace Owens. And that was when Candace Owens was like talking against talking literally white supremacist shit. Okay. Until like, yeah, if you don't know who the fuck I am, or if you don't know what I stand for, if you don't know what I advocate for, you just see like a white dude and you think to yourself like, I wonder if this fucking white dude thinks like, he just thinks it's funny when white guys do blackface. He doesn't understand the racist, dehumanizing history that's associated with it, or some shit like that. You know what I mean? And that's not the case. Like, that's not. I think that it was insensitive, which is why you didn't send it in the first place, but that should be the extent of the criticism. The message was correct. Anyone going as far as calling you racist is just disingenuous. Well, not everyone calling me racist is disingenuous. Some people calling me racist are just unfortunately devoid of any sort of context. Like they just don't know. And if you see racism all the time, if you see like actual fucking white people being racist to you, if you see allies being racist to you, and you feel like they're constantly throwing you under the bus, then you're gonna think, well, this is yet another instance.
Me on the crystal girl wave.
This is yet another fucking instance of another white kid who's just like being racist, and it's coming out. It's coming out. His racism is coming out.
Shop
Yeah,
face.
dude. I've been fucking. Me and my family have been under threat for the past 10 years that I've been a political pundit, someone who wrote for Huffington Post and all that, exclusively because white nationalists did not like what I was saying about how there is systemic racism in this country, like all the anti-racist shit that I have tried to do exclusively so I could one day accidentally slip out my real racism. I've been defending you all day on Haas Twitter. Someone literally just told me I don't care about the context. People are so stupid. Yeah, I mean,
wrong from the draft tweet. I appreciate you making an effort to apologize to those who may have been hurt by it too. Thanks for.
It's funny because it's who you are. If an actual hateful person said it, wouldn't be funny in my opinion. Yeah, context does matter, and context. If you rob it of context, then boom, automatically you got another stereotype of a fucking white dude, Just because we assume you are racist, I'll keep it a stack. These jokes aren't even racist. I feel like a lot of people hear these jokes in close proximity to blackness/black people and just jump at the chance to call people racist. Yeah, no, I don't think the joke was. It was not even a joke. I don't think the sentiment that I fucking put out there was not like a racist one at all. I still absolutely fucking stand by that.
Audio. I unironically studied to this broadcast.
Yeah, people were
good work.
People were just losing their fucking shit, dude. It was pretty funny.
That nuanced term. We stand at Hasanabi.
It was pretty funny, but like I said, it's not real. There's no real cancellation. No, I disagree. It's not that hard to do a fucking Google search on you if they're disingenuous as fuck. No, but that destroys like a narrative that you're trying to build. If the narrative you're trying to build is that like this guy's a racist, like there's some really funny fucking dudes who I retweeted this dude, right? Not realizing, and then I clicked on his profile And he thinks I'm fucking racist too, and that sucks. I mean, this is pretty funny though. This pic resurfaced and you taking it out on black people. So I retweeted him like talking about the trauma shit.
Back of the bus part.
Okay, I retweeted him talking about like how blue check marks love like what the fuck was it? I retweeted him last night and then I looked at his profile and I was like, oh come on, man. Once I touch a little bit of money, this socialist act is over. Speaking to the mic. Timestamp for when Yas enters the barb pit to defend you. I don't want to go into that. I last night he doesn't even follow you back. Yeah, I mean I don't give a fuck. He's funny. I don't care if he doesn't fucking follow me back, dude. Peak conservatives when you ignore the context, call the person talking about platforming and avow white supremacist racist and not the actual white supremacist because they low-key agree with the white supremacists. Yeah. Anyway, is this you? Yeah, that's me.
Sorry for all the needless.
Imagine my shock when me, a gay, hears you are homophobic from Nikki Stan Twitter. They really are the dumbest motherfuckers alive, making chuz look like PhDs. Yo, the one last joke I'm gonna say. The one last joke
3 months and many more.
They tried to say that you're running a cult, but wait till we finish the clip for a banger. Okay.
If you don't, we're gonna report the copyright.
Okay, I'm just gonna say something here before we continue with this. Some people really were like,
months of xenophobia.
Some people really saw like anti-SJW, like weirdo neck-bearded fucking fascist YouTubers, and the way they like made cartoonish depictions of how the left looks like, and they decided, that's it. That's my template. I'm gonna be literally like that. Okay? If you listen to some of the shit that people say, especially younger people, on Twitter, like it literally just looks like I am the meme. I am literally the meme. Like I feel like these fucking right-wingers manifested this like hypersensitive, incredibly fucking woke, like getting almost reactionary with their rhetoric type, like left-winger rad-lib liberals. They like manifested it into reality. It like turned into a real thing. So just chill out. I don't know if you knew that, but Barb started calling you racist way before you wrote the draft. Ever since you ratioed Nikki, Barb's got pressed and claimed that you were speaking for a black woman, and the draft just served as an excuse to attack you. I swear they're toxic ass rad libs. Yeah. And like it doesn't matter. It doesn't work. Okay? It doesn't work. Here's why it doesn't work. Because like no one feels that way. There's like people, maybe there are people on Twitter that look at that and go, well, like, yeah, he's right. Go off, King. Slay Queen, you're killing it. You're right. Like the most common fucking counters are like, stay out of black people's business. You're speaking over a black woman. You say that you love, black people, but like you're attacking a black woman. It's like, dude, like, no. Anyway. Oh, I did attack orcas. All right, let's watch
that Twitch video, because if you don't, we're gonna report that, and he's gonna be copyrighted and gonna be taken down for racism. Cause he posted that live.
What?
That Twitch video, because if you don't, we're gonna report that, and he's gonna be copyrighted and gonna be taken down for racism. Cause he posted that live.
Holy shit, bro.
Right? Okay,
so
he,
and
it's the way how his
holy shit, bro. They're coming, bro.
Y'all making it seem
It's like a cult.
His motherfucking best friend.
Holy shit, bro.
It seem like Hassan told y'all and put a battery in y'all motherfucking back and told y'all, okay, listen, go in that space right now and go to the flat.
Don't worry, as a member of the black delegation, I know that you aren't racist.
They own the copyright on racism? Yeah. No, I think they just meant like go report it or something, but like that's insane, dude. How much of your community is black though? I mean that's not even true. It's unfortunately not true. I think that yes, I do have a solid percentage of black people in here, but no, this community is very white, and I see that sometimes, and I also don't. This is not true. There are a lot of black people here, but it's definitely predominantly white. Let's be real. Again, yeah, there's a lot of there's stuff that happens in here with that I would consider to be a self-report every now and then. I think that there's also a growing like black Twitch audience and a growing black Twitch there's like Black Twitch is growing, and I hate to attribute this to like Aiden Ross a little bit, but he kind of does have he plays a significant role in this, and yeah, no, I wanna collaborate with more Black Twitch streamers for sure. LeBron's son does, not Aiden. I mean, LeBron's son alongside Aiden. Like Aiden he pops off on TikTok and shit too. TikTok making fun of the drama too.
So what?
So what?
Yes, so what if he's the devil? Rick. At least the devil has a job. At least he's active in the community.
Anyway. Wait, really? Brazilian barbs are the ones that took down Nicki? As fan bases at Nicki Minaj et tu gritando. Wait, really?
Porgy's less than 3.
So it was her own fan base that fucking took her down? I'm Black and I wish more Black people would recognize your stance on most issues because feel like Black people control pop culture and maybe the idea of socialism would be more widespread. I mean,
Hassan is such a bob.
it's just it's with every fucking group in America, like, but especially with Black liberation movements, like revolutionary Black leaders that were literally fucking Maoists have been executed and named enemy of the state, and that, like, I would say that it's I would say that plays a significant role in the development and education of every American, in even young Black Americans too, that get a really fucked up POV from our unfortunately white supremacist education system. Bro, that's not as bad as being called racist by a Black person while doing racism, though. What?
You convinced me to stop being a socialist and become a Republican. Thanks, Arjan.
Calling Hitler racist and then making it clear with a terrifying example that is entirely grounded in truth will make people that would have been oppressed that way feel bad. That's completely justified, though. But then don't come after the guy that points it out. Go after the guy that would genuinely oppress people in that way. I mean, I said this already. It's like, if you're upset at me fucking pointing this out, then like, you literally have to be 10x more upset at Nicki Minaj highlighting and elevating a white nationalist, but they're not, because they think it's like me deflecting away from my responsibility or something. That's how you get, but that is how you get like young Black kids fucking posting about how much they love Malcolm X while simultaneously saying Marxism is racist or leftists are fucking racist. For the record, like that's how this works. That's how you get to that like confused fucking space, because, you know, white people have personally fucking done their very best to destroy education in a way that fits a certain in a way that, you know, corresponds to their point of view. Same with MLK too, who's been whitewashed into oblivion. They're latching on to you because you'll respond because they have access to you. They don't have access to Tucker Carlson in the same way. It's easier to dunk on you. Yeah, for sure. I know that, which is why I always say cancellation only works if you yourself if you yourself respond to it. Anyway, so here, Nicki Minaj's impact is being seen all around the world. First, let's watch this
story. This one dropped yesterday.
This is in Trinidad. This is how the Nicki Minaj story is being covered in Trinidad.
Morning, and as the story dropped, it was excitement. Now, Nicki Minaj, no stranger to controversy. I mean, she was here for Carnival in 2020, and that was a bacchanal with her husband, now husband, and Iowa. She would have made some outlandish statements over the years, but this one takes the cake. This is almost like what you would hear by a parlor, where somebody will tell you, well, your cousin, friend, neighbor, say XYZ. I mean, come on, Nicki, you have 180 million followers. People listen to you, people follow your particular lead. You going on the social media space and talking about your cousin, friend, take the vaccine and get impotent. And all of a sudden, you know, marriage call off and some kind of bacchanal story. I mean, it's irresponsible on all fronts. One, irresponsible based on the misinformation that is going out there regarding this vaccine. There was no verification of the story. And furthermore, even on a personal note, even if this is the case, to expose your cousin friend's flat tire in the public domain like that. If the man have a flat tire, okay, he will work on that. There's herbs and punch and certain things the man can eat and bring back our vibes. But don't come now and talk that kind of talk. The thing gets so hot. Jake Tapper on CNN yesterday at 4 o'clock talk about this with Dr. Fauci. Dr. Fauci is, of course, the U.S. That's their leading mind and specialist with this whole COVID-19 pushback and the fight against the COVID-19. And Dr. Fauci had to almost, the man was blindsided. He had to answer. And he said he didn't hold nothing personal against Nikki. I don't think we should per se, but Nikki, better than that. I honestly expected better. And besides, obviously, that outlandish statement, and she always talks about Trinidad, and she's from Trinidad, she's yet to collaborate with somebody from here. But that's a talk for another program on another day.
My Chicano said has high.
God damn, dude. That was incredible.
15 months poggies.
Are Nikki fans gonna call this guy racist too? No, because no, of course not. I mean, they if it even wasn't for the draft, they were, look, Nikki stands were calling me racist the moment I fucking criticized Nikki, okay? The draft tweet was just an opportunity for them to capitalize on it. That's the difference. That's it. They can go around, they'll probably call him racist too, or dig some shit. They'll say he's sexist, you know what I mean? Typical sexist man. It's just what is this? You're unable to see the tweet. I can't see these fucking tweets. Half the people that shit on me block me too. This is why no one but dumb white kids are Marxists. It's not that deep. It's a stupid ideology that exists to brutalize and marginalize people not in power, much like end-stage capitalism. Yeah, totally. I'm an upper caste Hindu, and in the context of India, I have a lot of privilege. You could say sorry, bad thing to say out loud, insensitive. You'd be cool. Hey, that's really interesting. Or maybe you could just still be mad about it, Griselda Bob. So you use a very painful piece of history to hammer home your point against someone affected by it when you're not. Obviously pales in comparison to Nikki's nonsense, but it was probably a bad call. Not cancel material, obvious. But if you said sorry, you shouldn't have said it a bit out loud, you'd be golden. That's really interesting that I assume you tuned in the last fucking 3 minutes. So that's probably why you're, it's probably why you still have this take, right?
Some baby.
Bro, just ban? No, I'm not gonna fucking ban these people, okay?
Love the streams hash. 1 year less chud in me.
So let's see. So Nicki Minaj had this impact in Trinidad. Let's see what kind of impact she's had thus far in America.
That protest happening today in front of the CDC, the group speaking out against Dr. Anthony Fauci and the COVID-19 vaccine, all because of rapper Nicki Minaj.
No, this is ops. These are ops. No, you will never.
9 months jammies.
No. This is some real. This is probably Black Hammer or some shit, dude. No. No way. This is nope. Does not pass my smell test, boys. People will probably use this and fucking be like, oh my god, look at the fucking Nicki Minaj stands, they're going crazy. No, this is probably Black Hammer. Yeah, they're absolute goons, dude. They're ridiculous. Okay, I've actually looked into Black Hammer a while ago.
Canceled.
And then if you guys remember, it's or maybe you've seen this already, TrueAnon did a episode on them too. You guys remember we talked about this a while ago? Black Hammer is this fucking delusional clown who has it's basically Radlib. It's like Radlib shit to its maximum degree that holds on to the aesthetics of communism, I guess, but there's nothing about communism. Okay. It was Black Hammer? Okay, there you go. It's over. It did not pass my fucking smell test.
This all comes from some tweets that she posted on Twitter. One of them on your screen now.
In it, she claims you had to be vaccinated to attend the Met Gala on Sunday, but she won't get the shot until she's done enough research. CBS 46's Tori Cooper explains how the CDC is responding to the artist.
Right now, I'm standing right between security guards and protesters crossing.
Yeah, these guys are fucking clowns. Do not take these fucking idiots seriously, please. Oh my God, they're like a psychopathic cult. Okay, they're a psychopathic, anti-Semitic, black separatist cult that literally, truly causes a lot of fucking harm to members that have the audacity to fucking turn around and be like, yo, this shit's fucked up. Do not take them seriously. Just be aware of what the fuck they are, and that's it. They are straight up an op, dude. It's like some fucking psycho dude who wanted to like build his own little cult, okay? And they are exactly the type of dudes that will also terrorize on the internet. Like the moment I started talking about this, I'm sure they'll come up my asshole too and fucking turn around and be like, yo, look at this, you know, Mayo monkey talking shit about black people, a revolutionary black organization because he's afraid, blah, blah, blah. No, they're complete fucking bullshit. They literally have an actual manual on how to exploit Twitter drama, and it's
11 months pog.
It's like a literal cult. They make like, I mean, there's so many things that they've done. They like claim they got a fuckload of donations from people, and they turned around and you know, claimed that they bought acres of land, and they didn't actually do that or some shit. Like it was crazy. This is not just a group of locals. It's a radical group called the Black Hammer Organization that's posted anti-vax content on social media calling them KKK, COVID, death jabs, and anti-Semitic remarks about Anne Frank and more. Yeah, these guys are, they're not serious people. They're fucking psychos, dude. But hey, aesthetically though, yeah, oh, they are Black Hammer. Yeah, aesthetically though, you know, this type of shit plays well to these like young Zoomer, young black and you know, queer and brown and just like all manner of different like young Zoomers that are well-intentioned, that learn about fucking politics from Tumblr, that this like targets them specifically. It's all aesthetics. Build black power, smash white power, colonize people, unite, join at blackhammer.org. They are they are psychotic. They said Anne Frank is a colonizer. Yeah, they did.
Did you?
You know Fauci's lying. You know Fauci's lying. You know Fauci's lying.
Yeah, it's not Tumblr, it's TikTok. It's the Tumblr brand of politics that moved over to TikTok that all these fucking little Zoomers get their information from.
You know Fauci's lying. You know Fauci's lying. You know Fauci's lying. You know Fauci's lying.
But no, these guys are positive advocates for the black community, not you. Yeah, why are you giving them a plug? I'm literally warning people against them right now.
Hasanabi, check this out. Hasanabi, check this out. Hasanabi, check this out. Hasanabi. I agree, Hassan.
I timestamp Crowder talking about your beef with Nicki Minaj. He calls you a leftist streamer and they but refuse to address you by name. I wonder why. Because he fucking fears me, okay? That's it. That coward. This is how you spread awareness.
God, scientists and medics should just start a rap career from because to take them as seriously
Here,
as people
all I'm going to
taking
show you
Nicki
is
Minaj.
this, okay? Exactly. Thank you for this. If you want to understand what Black Hammer is about, here, this is a great, this is their fucking leader, okay? Commander Ghazi, who was like some random YouTube guy who wanted to like, he used to blog and he just wanted to be like famous. And then he found out that like, this is the way to do it. Here.
Hello, Antifa. It's me, Ghazi, the commander-in-chief of the Black Hammer Organization. Land back. Land back. Land back. Land back. I heard you had some not so nice things to say about me.
4 months.
I heard you had so nice things to say about my hammers. I heard you had not so nice things to do to one of my members. One of my dear, dear members.
They've literally called every single one of their black members that have left the organization pedophiles, okay? This is what they do. They're just like, they're ruthless. They're fucking horrible. This video on its own that, you know, Commander Ghazi personally posted, though, should be reason enough to recognize it. Like, you know, this shit's not all right, okay?
an African Filipino mother that you doxed and thought you could get away with it, thought we were gonna back down, thought we were gonna take it. No, that's not gonna happen. You messed with the wrong one this time. Yes, oh yes you did. Oh, yes you did. Because we don't.
By the way, I mean, this is like extremely white people behavior to like, it's kind of wild. Like you rarely ever see black people like engaging in this level of like cringe. Like I'm going to put on fucking Joker makeup and act like I'm the Joker. I thought that was like, I thought that was like exclusive to like, you know, cringe ass fucking white dudes on TikTok. You know what I mean? So that's cool that Ghazi is doing that.
Take it lightly when harm is done to our African and colonized women. And that's why at Black Hammer we say, touch one, touch all. Touch one, touch all. Touch.
So they use like land back and, you know, colonizer, like they use leftist they use like actual leftist values and actual leftist fucking takes. And they don't give a fuck about any of that, obviously. Ultimately, all they care about is like whatever the fuck this dude actually personally cares about, which is like it's just straight up fucking op. Please, oh my god.
One, touch all. Touch one, touch all. Touch one! Touch all! And you touched one of us. So now you've touched all of us. And we're gonna have to do something about it.
Literally the first black school shooter, dude.
Land back! Land back! Land back! Land back! Land back! And then you wanted to talk about me. You wanted to call me anti-Semitic. You wanted to call me an anti-vaxxer.
I should not have shown this to all the barbs that are waiting for me in here to, like, you know, come for me and fucking murder me. Now they're gonna join Black Hammer and be like, well, this racist white guy doesn't like them and he's black and he's saying, you know, some rad lib shit and he claims to be a barb.
17 months of brain rot hassle.
I don't know.
We're against
what,
vaccines.
dude? Here.
You wanted to call me things. But I don't really give a damn. And none of us give a damn. But where you went wrong was when you doxed one of my members, an amazing African.
Okay, so as far as like what the organization has done, they're not like a real organization, but they have gotten a lot of money from people. Surprisingly, they claim to have personally bought land. They lied about it. Okay. There is a group of individuals that follow him.
Thank you, Hussein. Now that I've had the vax, my balls are massive. My wife's boyfriend is super jealous.
This weird cult shit. Who cares, Lamau? Take this Joker looking motherfucker serious. He basically just like, I do think it's CIA. Like, there's no shot. I mean, I don't understand how one person could be so individually deluded that they would do this. You know what I mean? So I do think it's an op. They've denied the Holocaust on their official Twitter. Yeah, they know that, like, being overtly anti-Semitic, will get them a lot of coverage, so they do it regularly. They do group shaming and love bombs. Yeah, like regular cult tactics, regularly. I think, like, I mean, this is some David Koresh shit, okay? But also at the same time, the fact that they've had run-ins with the law and, nothing came out of it kind of leads me to believe that they might be protected. Who knows? No, they don't actually have a compound in one of those empty states. No, they claimed that they were going to, but they didn't actually end up doing it. Oh, some of the really funny stuff that they do is, like,
by the CIA, but these
they take money from their white members as reparations. They call it reparations, and the reparations has, like, a package. Like, you have, dude, it is like multi-level marketing, cult, all of it, like, mixed into one. Hold on. Let me find their fucking website, dude. It's just like, here. Like, if you look at their website, you're like, what the fuck? This just looks like a normal website, dude. That's crazy. Like, it just looks like a normal website, right? Build a world with no colonizers, grow yourself with help and lead. A race of people is like an individual man until he uses his own talent, like using Malcolm X quotes. Yeah, you join the reparations code. Are you a white person looking to contribute and unite with anti-colonial revolution? Curious about the colonizers' role in the decolonization process? Join the reparations corps today. And if you join the reparations corps, here, I got to show you. Are you white? Do you want to help? Do you want to be a good person on the right side of history? The only way you can wash the blood off your hands is through following the leadership of African, indigenous, and colonized people and paying reparations for all that's been stolen in your name. To support the anti-colonial struggle directly, for the record, you guys already know this. Maybe the Barbs don't because they're, you know, they think I'm a fucking racist or something. I'm an advocate for reparations. I believe that reparations are a necessity. It's a starting point, okay? I believe that the starting point of the conversation begins with reparations. This is not reparations, okay? This is literally taking advantage of like dumb fucking white guilt-infested rad lib and sometimes well-intentioned white folk that are like, oh my God, like this is the same fucking performative and dare I say Protestant attitude that a lot of like white folk have where they, you know, they'll just go and like wash like black people's feet and stuff or like polish their shoes and like cry and be like, we're so sorry for racism. And like every normal black person looks at that and fucking laughs at it. Like, you guys are clowns. Yeah, this is taking advantage of those fucking people. This is taking advantage of those people. To support the anti-colonial struggle directly without taking a class for colonizers, Black Hammer organization accepts reparations via monthly donations. One-time reparations. You have different, I love this. This is my favorite. Butter pecan, mint chip, English toffee, Rocky Road, cookie dough, French vanilla, and Neapolitan for $1,000. You can get the Neapolitan monthly reparations tier. If you're more racist than Tucker, explain this. Fucking owned. You're right. Yeah, so now they're doing like, now they're trying to latch onto the Barbs because they found like, they basically found like another group of individuals that are just like delusional and will literally look for help from any group. They probably saw, you know, Barbs defending Tucker Carlson on the timeline, and they were like, okay, if they're gonna literally fucking defend white nationalists and shit, I think it's time. We can easily slip into this. Oh, Jesus Christ. So, you know, pretty cool, pretty smart, pretty wild way. Barbs, I promise you, this is not a good pathway for you, okay? Posted this on TikTok an hour ago. Bro, you literally just fucking sent me a TikTok with like zero fucking likes, dude. I mean, 0 likes and 0 views.
Because they've been lying to us for 18 months. They lied and told us that only old people are going to catch COVID and die. That's a lie. They lied and told us that little kids can't get COVID and die. That's a lie. They lied and said that masks don't work. That's a lie. They lied and said that cloth masks work. Cloth masks only protect 3%. That's a lie. They lied and said that only old people are going to need the booster shots. That's a lie. Now we all need booster shots. And now they're telling us we better take it with all their lies or we're going to lose our jobs. I don't want to live in that world. I want to live in a world of truth. So meet with me this Friday and Saturday at noon.
I mean, you can claim that things are lies if you just lie yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's like kind of foolproof, really. Pretty wild. Is this person real? Yes, this is a real person. He's just a fucking cult leader. And it is a cult leader that's trying to latch onto the fucking Barbs collective, okay? They're very tech savvy. They're very like social media savvy. They operate with like a solid knowledge of how this shit works. It's just sus as fuck, dude. When you see someone wearing like the Joker mask, like that's not a serious person. Like how the fuck do you turn around and you're like, well, this is the guy I'm gonna follow? Yeah, it screams CIA op, but also at the same time, you know, we've gotten to a point, society has gotten to a point where it's so fucking crazy that like, I don't know if it is actually CIA. You haven't even mentioned the horrible shit like them throwing people out of their group home and pouring bleach all over their clothes and then making them apologize on streams in front of thousands of people. Yeah, they do that as well. They do public shaming a lot. You you know, internally. It's like, it's a cult that's trying to take off. That's
8
what it
months
is.
and have yet to be kicked out of daycare.
Good video to watch from a well thought out black creator on this Nicki Minaj shit to promote by watching this shit going on.
Minaj is worried about your balls. News
I bet this dude thinks I'm racist too now, though.
analyst Jonathan Cetheus is here to officially break the story. There was enough novelty in a situation like this for me to overlook it the other day when I first heard about her cousin's friend's balls. It's so out of the way and random that it's like, who would believe this? But then I forget that she has fans. So Nicki Minaj has a social media following that ranges in the hundreds of millions, right?
I believe it.
And while you can say whatever you want on these social media platforms, it's best to leave professional advice to professional people, people that have worked and done research in the field, right? I would never give you financial advice and legally could not give you financial advice. Why? Because I'm not a financial advisor. Anybody who's ever done any kind of investing and you wanted to see about the potential future of a stock or see about the potential investment opportunities of crypto, a lot of the time you'll hear these videos start off with, or tweets start off with, articles start off with, I am not, or we are not financial advisors. Please go into this at your own discretion, at your own risk. So as someone who would not be allowed to advise you financially, I could not also give you an anecdotal story about how much money I made someone that might range in the millions of dollars. Why? Because that supports the narrative that I want you to think that I know what I'm doing or that I know what I'm talking about. In the same way that I would never advise you medically, because I don't want to give you an anecdotal story that may sway your opinion in one way or the other. Why? Because I'm not a professional. Does that mean that all professionals know what they're doing? No. Am I more likely to trust someone who is a professional or regarded as such versus someone sitting on their couch doing research that they believe is comparable to people that have studied the field for years, decades, and possibly centuries? It'd be reasonable. Nicki Minaj took to Twitter the other day to tell people that in order for her to attend the Met Gala, she'd need to be vaccinated. And she says that she wasn't going to do that in order to attend the Met Gala. She says that she would not be getting vaccinated until she did enough research. I'm guessing she doesn't feel safe getting vaccinated, but for some reason feels safe around her husband. I'm more likely to take my chances around a needle than a predator. Maybe it's just me. It's really giving I'm only looking up information or telling you that I'm doing research on the vaccine because I couldn't attend the Met Gala, more than it is I've been doing research since the vaccine came out. And my question to people who give this as their response for why they are unvaccinated isn't that you can't have questions or that you're not allowed to be on the fence about things. It's me asking, what do you expect to find that medical professionals and researchers who've been studying this since it came out haven't been able to see yet? How professional or how galaxy brain are you specifically as one person doing research, most likely via Google? How wide do your resources range to where you could find answers that medical professionals couldn't? That scientists couldn't.
I mean, this is the exact same thing that I had, but it's the right one. Like
3 months of
it's just like the difference between people like myself and also Sean C and Nicki Minaj is that like we recognize that we're fucking too stupid to understand the research, even if we accidentally fucking stumbled across the research. And that's the common sense, is that like that's precisely why you look to authorities. You stole this take, yeah, even though this video wasn't out yet. I did.
What the fuck is in your web browser that you've got the answers, but they don't? And I know she didn't say that she knew. She's not discouraging people from getting it on a technical level, but you are implying that there's something they don't know that you'll be able to find out through research. And I'm not even one of these people that's like, if you don't want to be vaccinated, then there's something wrong with you. I can't believe you would ever have this stance. I'm not one of these people, okay? I understand the importance of what the vaccine is supposed to do for people and what it's supposed to do for our country. I just said our country, this country. But in my mind, the most reasonable response, even though it could still be debated, is I don't feel comfortable getting it right now because—
Bro, Nicki Minaj stands are like, no, we're Barbs. Like, we'll find it. Bro, there were, you know what's funny is that like when you're as famous as Nicki Minaj, right? And she's fucking galactic level famous, right? You have like hyperactive stans from all walks of life. And I was looking through my comments, the sea of fucking shit that I was getting, right? Bro, there were like actual fucking PhD at Columbia University barbs in my, in my replies. Like, dude, you literally have a PhD from Columbia. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you're like, nah, Nicki Minaj is like, she'll figure it out. It's like, what happened, dude? Throw it in the trash. Throw it in the fucking trash, dude. Okay? God damn, dude. It blew my fucking mind. It's like, dude, you went to school for so many years, but then you went to school for so many years, and then your fucking love for Nicki Minaj just rotted your brain, dude. Like, how? Like, how did that happen? That makes no sense. I'm sorry.
Because I feel like it's still in its early stages. There are too many potential variants that could still mutate at this point because there are so many people that are unvaccinated that I don't want to have to keep going and get boosters and getting extra shots and extra shots. So while I am still open to getting it, I'd rather wait until they give me the final version, the final DLC. I'd rather wait for that as opposed to get one right now and then having to get more and more and more because other people don't want to get vaccinated either. I could see that being the most reasonable of responses if that was your decision for why you hadn't gotten it yet. Get the fuck! It's this and that. It's this and that, okay? Pretending like you're doing research because your cousin's friend's balls exploded and his wife conveniently left the same time because his balls were somehow making the kids uncomfortable because they couldn't sleep through the night because his ball hair was rustling up.
I'm afraid, like, not to pull up on Chauncey here, but like, I do kind of feel like there was actually a really good take from Melon Boy on the Nicki Minaj stuff, which you guys will probably be upset about because like he is way too nice to Nicki Minaj in his commentary for obvious reasons. I think he, I'll show you that in a second. I don't know if that's how the vaccine works, but it kind of corresponds to what Chauncey is saying here, which is like, if Nicki Minaj was like, oh, I'll just wait for the DLC, that's like one thing. You know what I mean? Like, I'll just wait for the DLC. Like that's one thing, right? That's what, and even that is completely fucking unacceptable for a lot of people. By the way, under rap, what is trending is I stand with Nicki. Like, what's trending right now in America is I stand with Nicki. So just not great. But here, I'm gonna show you guys what Anthony Melantano said. Top Tony Mortano said about Nicki Minaj last night. I think that was like interesting. It was very empathetic. Okay. He started off by saying, this Nicki Minaj discourse is such a shitfest right now. I don't demonize her for being underinformed or curious. There's a lot of necessary education around this pandemic most Americans were absolutely not ready for. And the government isn't doing enough to close the info gap. So what do I always tell you guys? Like, celebrities celebrities have access to the same level of information you do. So they can be just as fucking dumb as you are, right? Like, so always remember that. Whenever we're like talking about celebrities, we oftentimes like assume like, oh my God, like, well, this is a celebrity. They have access to like all the fucking medical knowledge. Like, he's not wrong. They can be just as dumb as, and in many instances, they are just as dumb as your anti-vaxxer aunt is, and just as dumb as you and I are, okay? Ultimately, this is all a lesson in how something as common sense as inoculations have been turned into a culture war by right-wing grifters, feeding the conspiracy theorist, voting block Trump expanded. There's nothing wrong with questions, but this shouldn't be an argument. Like, it's literally a life-saving vaccine. The numbers prove it. Anything seeking to intentionally undermine that fact is hysteria, period. The final takeaway is social media isn't just a casual setting anymore, and this is the most important take that he had that I agree with, okay? Especially if your following is large. Trending topics and controversial posts are the news assignment desk now. Are the news assignment desk now. Any post could kick up a whirlwind of pundit commentary and Candace Owens tweets. A total nightmare. I get Nicki felt like she was putting out a kind thought and a personal anecdote to her followers and her followers only. That was the vibe of Twitter in 2009. But that's absolutely not the function of this site anymore. Those days are long gone. So I do, like, in the most charitable way of looking at Nicki Minaj's situation, I think Anthony Fantano here is correct. What he's saying is like, This person probably thought like, I'm just going to put this out there. Like Nicki Minaj was not intentionally being like, don't take the vaccine so she can like grift fucking, you know, ivermectin or anything like that. I think she's just another victim of misinformation, right? Unless shitposting is a part of your personal brand, posts got to be looked over for the potential to create a PR firestorm, especially when it comes to topics as serious as, you know, a deadly pandemic. I know Twitter doesn't seem like a big deal because the app success, but the audience you can reach here is potentially bigger than that of a major TV network. And keep in mind, Twitter has one of the smaller user bases of any social media platform. It's a lot of responsibility for any single person, and I don't even manage it perfectly myself. It's easy for our imperfections to spill out on here. Nicki sort of doubling down on all this is absolutely an example of that. If this ocean of a piss app has taught me anything, it's absolutely not the place to show emotion or react to a large crowd of critics out of emotion. Obviously, there's room for debate, but make your argument and don't get upset if you can't sway Johnny Troll 27 whatever. So, I think that this is the most charitable interpretation of what happened to Nicki Minaj. And it still doesn't, you know, it's not even hand-waving away the impact that, you know, he's not hand-waving away the impact of it, right? Because the impact is still nefarious. It's still bad.
6 months.
Because you don't want, Hassan, you should be minding that last one you read, brother man. Oh, dude, I totally, but there's a difference between me and Nicki Minaj. And that is, I'm not a gigantic galactic level celebrity. And also, I thrive in this kind of controversy. Let's be real, dude. This kind of controversy helps me. Like, that's just the reality. There's negative consequences that genuinely upset me, that genuinely suck. And there's a lot of abuse that I put up with in that. But it does. It actually does literally fucking help me. So let's be real. I can't stop myself sometimes because I'm fucking too weak to not respond to silly bitches and silly gooses, you know what I mean, on the internet when they're just like saying, when they're talking out of their asses. But clout chasing? Wait, Clout Goblin? No, dude. Me responding to Nicki Minaj is not what I'm talking about. Like, me responding to random fucking Twitter users all the way into last night is me being unable to stop myself from responding to controversy. Like, I should not have done that. I should not have done that. And I felt really bad when I read that community member that was saying like, I felt bad about it too. Because it was a moment where I like was to myself, took a deep breath, and I realized like, you know, is Melon mad at you? Fuck no. Why the fuck would he be mad at me? I'm sorry that community members being a baby. Dude, shut the fuck up. You don't understand it. Like, just say you don't understand it, and that's fine. I try to be a little bit more empathetic than you, okay? Like, you're not responsible for an entire fucking community of people that you feel responsible for. That you feel responsible for the security and safety and education of, okay? I do feel that responsibility, which is precisely why I said what I said. Like, I'm black and yes, he was being a baby. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like,
why don't you go stand on some grass?
Obviously, a lot of you are not fucking mad, okay? A lot of you would never get mad at some shit like that. There are some people that are a little bit more... The point is, it's not coming out of a place of logic. It's emotion. And a good person should also take into consideration people's emotions, okay? When people are like, I'm more mad about you saying that Tucker Carlson would fucking be a segregated busing person than like actually Tucker Carlson himself, that's not a logical fucking conclusion you arrive at. Not everything is logical, especially when it comes to matters of racism, especially when you deal with racism every fucking day of your life, okay? Of course it's emotional. And I do care about the emotions of people in my fucking community. I'm not like a psycho, okay? That's the difference, okay? I'm not saying like someone has to be like purely logical. Like, no, it's not. It's not a logical fucking thing. I wasn't attempting a joke, and the community member thought I was attempting a joke. But even then, like, their own misunderstanding is still not good. Like, you know what I mean? Their own misunderstanding is still not something that I want to promote. So that's why I apologize to people in my community who may have misunderstood what the fuck I was, what the point I was putting out there. Okay, I don't care if that emotion is aroused in defense of Nicki Minaj stand as a stand instinct. No. Fuck those people. No. I don't care. They can literally seed themselves into oblivion for all I care. If you're like a fucking Nicki Minaj stan and you're just like exclusively posting on the timeline about how fucking racist I am, and not like even for a second turning around and being like, it's kind of fucked up that Nicki Minaj was like platforming a white supremacist like to her fan base. You don't give a fuck about anything. You just give a fuck about like standing your idol, which is fine.
Hi, chat.
Okay, fuck you. I'm not apologizing to you at all. Stay mad. I hope you get even more mad. I hope you fucking, lose your fucking mind over it. Okay, you've already lost it. So that's not what I'm talking about at all. I'm talking about people who are, well-intentioned people who are in this community who thought I was just like simply making a joke or weaponizing segregation or something like that. Okay. While I don't believe it's coming from a place of fucking pure logic, I do understand it, and I do think that it's still important to address. People who are offended by what you said are misinformed. See, this is a person who's like trying to extend the controversy. Okay? I didn't say they were misinformed. I said that there are varying degrees of people who are offended by it. Some people were offended because they lack the context. If you want to consider that to be, like, I don't know. If you want to consider that to be like misinformed, they're uneducated. Are you saying they're ignorant? Then like, yeah, you can try to clip something out for you. And I love that you said you should never use racism to push an agenda. My agenda is anti-racism, you fucking idiot. So what the fuck? No, I will always push this agenda. No one outside of Barb's actually cares what you said. No, that's not even true. That's not true because there are a lot of like big, there are a lot of fucking big like Black Twitter accounts that saw it without any context and were justifiably upset because they thought like, here's another fucking racist white kid. It's still kind of weird that it's like not even a fucking tweet that was published and that they would have never even seen. So you're basically fucking getting upset about like a tweet that me and this community decided was not good enough to fucking post because of the controversy that it might have created, while highlighting the tweet that a fucking Nazi account posted, by the way. Why do they think you're racist? I don't care. It's just fucking people are angry, okay? Yeah, this is the example I used before of like a person who is, a person who's on the precipice that is not like a fucking barb or anything that like, sees me fucking pushing back against it and gets upset. There's two things I can do. One is like, yeah, they're pussies and fucking move on. But when I see like actual members in my community also feel like I was, making light of a situation, I'm going to fucking address it.
Up against his leg hair, and people were uncomfortable hearing the noise as he walked by because pretending it's because of the vaccine and not from a hooker that he cheated with a couple nights before the marriage was supposed to happen. It's crazy to me. You don't care about my balls or anyone else's balls. You're afraid of the shot, and it's okay to say that. I know why you'd be afraid based off our history in this country. I especially understand. I've been in the hospital with Black women as they've attended a doctor's appointment and they've described symptoms to their doctor only for these symptoms to be way worse than the doctor led them to believe because they weren't.
Or the one tweeter called you a snow opossum. What the fuck is that? I mean, I think it's pretty funny. Yeah, I'm a Mayo monkey. Like, I don't give a fuck. Dude, the reason I love fucking like anti-white, clever anti-white fucking ways of shitting on white people because it's literally ultimately not serious. Okay, it's a way that someone who has historically been oppressed to try to blow off steam. So I don't care, like, you know what I mean? And if you get like super fucking upset about that, I don't know what to tell you. Like, yeah, snow opossum, vanilla gorilla. It's funny. It's like not fucking serious. No white person is like actually getting oppressed on the verge of their whiteness. It's like literally, it's powerless. It's like powerless fucking young Black Twitter users that are trying to just like upset you or trying to get like trying to hurt your feelings. Like, it's up to you. There is a significant difference between like that and, saying the N-word or dehumanizing a Black person. Okay? Like, reverse racism is just like a silly thing to fucking genuinely get upset about. Okay? And the reason for why that is because there's no historical context for it. Okay? Something I stress regularly, by the way.
To be here, B.
I'm of course I'm still a racist, but like
weren't paying attention or giving them the care that they required.
Still an insult? Yeah, who cares? There's a difference. There's a difference between like insulting someone on a tangible characteristic that like has never been used as a historical form of oppression versus insulting someone on an inalienable characteristic that has been always historically fucking used to oppress them. That's the difference. Something I talk about regularly.
At that time, I've seen doctors be incredibly dismissive of black women specifically when they come in and talk about their symptoms. It's a real thing. So I'm not scoffing at you because you're skeptical of the shot. I'm scoffing at you because you are somehow convinced in your own ideology of yourself. You're the person that's got the answers. No one else who's been suffering through this pandemic for the last 2 years almost has the answers or a way out. But you are the one. Look, bro, at the end of the day, if you didn't want to be vaccinated, you could have just said to your Twitter followers, yo, I don't know anything about this vaccine business, but until I do find out more information, I'm gonna stay masked up, I'm gonna stay indoor, I'm gonna keep my distance from people and keep my gatherings to the very bare minimum, if any at all. Could have just said that. I know people have gone on to defend her and say this and say that. Oh, she didn't say anything that was wrong. All she's gotten is opinion. No, information that can be factually debunked, which this case actually has been, is not an opinion. It's you spreading misinformation. There are no testicle breaches because of the shot. Again, this isn't me personally trying to give you advice and advise you closer towards the shot if you're on the fence about it, okay? But let's stop pretending as if it's about research, because it's not. The info and the data is out there. You're either going to believe it or you're not. Although I'm not going to give you any kind of medical advice, I will tell you that the intention of what this shot is supposed to be has been so misread and misunderstood for a while now. I do not believe that this is some miracle vaccine. I do not believe that this is some Jesus shot, that you're gonna get hit with this and all of a sudden all your dreams and aspirations are suddenly going to become clear. The intent is to lessen effects, okay? And if the effects are lessened to a point where you sneeze less, cough less, cry less, sniffle less, it all works towards you not being able to transmit it as easy. Limiting transmission keeps cases low. Keeping cases low, make sure it dies down sooner. Make sure it dies down sooner, less deaths. Herd immunity comes quicker. It's not a miracle, okay? And if people stop believing that people who want you to get it are promoting it as if it's a miracle vaccine, as opposed to what it is, a shot that's just supposed to lessen effects, maybe the fear-mongering and the hysteria over it wouldn't be as high. I'd be skeptical if all of a sudden they started promoting cancer cures and they said it's for free, pull up to this.
Wait, but like that is what's going to happen, because the mRNA vaccine does have the capability of curing cancer eventually. Like that is what the mRNA vaccine is going to be, which is part of the reason why it's been super safeguarded IP-wise by the likes of even fucking Bill Gates, for the record, for chatters who don't know. It's not even a joke. Like there's a reason why like IP protections were talked about, and then, you know, at a time when the entire world desperately needed these IPs for the mRNA vaccine stuff to be released, like that never happened. Remember, Joe Biden said, we're going to work on it, Jack, and then they never actually did, and we totally forgot about it. The reason for that is because there's HIV mRNA vaccine trials that are happening. There are vaccine trials that are, or there's like mRNA is an incredibly impressive feat of technology, medical technology, that has a likelihood of being used to even work as a fucking cancer vaccine. And that's precisely why, unfortunately, because of how fucked up our economic organizational society is, you have an opportunity to like open up the IP to every fucking scientist to like search for a cure of cancer. And we're like, yeah, no, we're going to keep that, I think. So that shit is fucking disgusting, okay? It's absolutely disgusting.
This drive-through at your local McDonald's will give it to you with a Happy Meal. But that isn't what this is. There's no miracle that's happening. It's just saying if you get sick, get this, and you might be less sick. But you'll still be sick if you get it. Why we don't give anecdotal evidence for anything and use it as data, because it's not data, it's anecdotal. Real story is who the fuck your cousin's friend slept with to get an STD. Even worse, you allowed yourself to be used by Tucker fucking Carlson on Fox News because you tweeted this dumb shit, allowed yourself to be used as a stepping stool for a political agenda when people's lives are at stake because of what you said, based off what you said. Now Tucker Carlson's point is why the left are bad as opposed to why what she said about this shot is wrong and misleading. Does that mean that there are going to be 0 side effects to this shot?
Get the vaccine.
No. Okay? There are people I'm sure that have passed.
His name is Sean C. Chat.
People that I'm sure have had adverse reactions, but these are all cases that have been documented as being caused by the vax. They're not hidden. They're available for you to see. And it's up to you to weigh your risk to reward ratio.
40% of Black Americans have been fully vaccinated.
What is it that you were about to say right then? Why did you pause for a second, Tuck? The fuck, man? I thought we were buddies. You told.
You say you want to work with more Black creators? You're watching a Black creator? Yeah, I do. I do. I feel like it does get a little too Caucasian in here for sure. And you know, it's not good.
Told me in a text last week that we was homies.
Black
there you go.
Americans have been
Sound it
fully
out.
vaccinated.
That's the problem, Nikki. You had the injections in the wrong part of your body. That's the fucking problem. Wait, how are you not skeptical about ass shots? But about, what is going? What? Dog.
Okay, dude. Dude, everything he said, I said as well. Oh my God. Okay.
No, this natural selection gotta happen sooner than later. Because this makes no fucking sense. Your ass looks like a balloon. We all know that shit ain't real. And you're comfortable getting that, but not a vaccine. I'm done. The video's over. Wait,
it gets too Caucasian in here doesn't mean that like we need to fucking, you know, kick away the White Watchers. I just think that like everyone here would benefit more from hearing from Black content creators, and also on top of that, like, you know, more Black community members.
Ass shots, but not a vaccine. Got it. I don't know what else to tell you. What was the research for the circumference of the ass that you wanted? Just like, let me know. How big did you want it to be, and how much research did you do on it before you got it? Just let me know. Because the science literally tells you not to do that. There are far more harsh and horrible reactions in cases that have been documented from bad ass shots than oh my God. What am I doing here? I'm clearly supposed to be on a different planet. I'm not supposed to be here. That's what this means. God, I'm gonna need you to make Venus habitatable. That's not a word. See, I'm not an English major. I'm not a professional. I'm letting you know that. Oh shit. I can just imagine.
What's this dude's Twitter chat?
Nicki Minaj will like a set of test tube individually injecting a shot from each pharmaceutical company that manufactures the vaccine. Then we're gonna get a news article the next day. Nicki Minaj accidentally discovers the cure to cancer in virus vaccine trials. And then she gotta make a rap song about it. It's gonna go from all you bitches is my sons to all you bitches is my test subjects. That's all I got. I have nothing else to say. This is a dumb take from Nicki Minaj, and it's a dumb take from anyone that's defending her. I also think that anyone thinking that her post was like misconstrued, I'm not telling you that she said for people not to be vaccinated. I'm not saying that in any capacity. She's got tweets here showing that she's telling people if you need it for work, you should get it, and that she's likely to have it at some point. But you don't say that you have no idea or no information about a subject, and then you tweet negative anecdotal cases about this particular subject that you also claim.
I follow him on Twitter. He made fun of attacks the rich fit. Of course he did, dude. Dude, that circulated heavily. Since, look, Black Twitter is incredibly active on Twitter, and it's very funny. I follow it as well. Every single person made fun of that. Why the fuck wouldn't they? I made fun of that. Like, I don't understand. It's not like a thing. You guys all made fun of it in this community. So, like, I get it.
Knows nothing about, while also trying to remain as if you're an opinionated, open person who's unbiased and open to all.
Black Twitter is active on Twitter? No, I mean, like, it's a very big part of Twitter. That's what I mean. More so than other communities.
Information. Your husband the one that might need the shot, and I'm not talking about the vaccine. Barbs, if you're trying to come for me, suck my dick. It's big enough for all y'all. Bye.
Okay. We got fucking okay, so we got the Barbs doing or fake Barbs, as we talked about already, which is the Black Hammer organization. They're fucking terrible, portraying themselves as Barbs to be able to, you know, get some news coverage.
They felt called to come out here following Nicki Minaj's tweets on Twitter. They say that she has allowed them to feel that they can question the effectiveness about the vaccine, and she's not sharing this information. However, experts I spoke to say they beg to differ.
11 months.
Go ahead, what brings
Is
you
it
here?
time to start baiting
We
it
are
for
here
attention?
because CDC has been lying to us for so long.
Nicki Minaj fans in
Yeah, these guys are not Nicki Minaj fans, dude. They're not Nicki Minaj fans. It's they are very clearly trying to fucking. They're very clearly trying to jump on the Stan wagon. God, Black Hammer have the worst fits. I agree, they really do. And I'm saying this, and you guys know, you know, my fits are questionable from time to time too. Yeah, this is the Joker guy. Well, that's not. I don't know if that's Ghazi actually. I can't tell, but they don't even have good leftist rip. Hold on. Where the fuck is that like NPR? Where is the? Oh, is that Ghazi? Okay. Where is the NPR person who like said that this is the Black Hammer organization? They're not stands. I want to fucking retweet that.
in Atlanta say they trust her medical advice about the COVID.
Has Black Hammer done literally anything other than make shitty vids? Yes, they are a cult and they fucking brutalize people that end up leaving. They constantly do cult tactics. Wait, they deleted that tweet? Why?
COVID-19 vaccine.
Nicki, the queen of rap, stood up. Nicki, multiple platinum plaques, stood up and said, I'm questioning this vaccine, and we should all question this vaccine.
Fans even showed up to the Center for Disease Control headquarters on Wednesday in Durant Hills to show support for the platinum rapper's latest tweets.
It's always important to vet who you air, plus shares locals versus groups, people with agendas, which you can't include as long as you note the affiliation for political stories. Even Fowler is right, by the way, for the record. Like, they are correct. Yeah, they're using this as a profile boost to hopefully recruit young Nicki fans into thinking there's some legitimate activist, and CBS is playing right into it. Exactly. Ding, ding, ding. And it's a media narrative that will work really well because, look, I'm in the media too. I fucking know how this works. It's wonderful when you can, like, craft a narrative that, like, well, look, Nicki Minaj's takes are so harmful. You already have people mobilizing against the CDC. So I'm genuinely worried. That, like, a lot of people are going to latch onto this and craft a national narrative around it. Okay? And then that'll give more profile to the Black Hammer organization. That's not good.
She claimed her cousin's friend in Trinidad had a bad reaction to the vaccine, and his private part even swelled up. So CBS 46 went to fact check those claims. First, in that country.
And unfortunately, we wasted so much time yesterday running down this false claim.
Then we went straight to the CDC itself.
We know that COVID vaccines are safe and effective, and they don't affect men or women's fertility.
The rapper's tweets come while vaccination rates in Georgia remain under 50%.
Fauci lied to me! Fauci lied to me! Nicki told the truth to me!
The CDC didn't mince words, saying follow your doctor's advice, and with a reach of more than 22 million followers, celebrities like Nicki have a responsibility to the public.
Throughout this pandemic, we have urged platforms, small and big, to take care in what they are conveying around COVID-19 vaccines, because we know that information can be impactful on people's behavior.
But the rapper also tweeted she will, quote, sure be getting vaccinated because she has to go on tour, end quote. Did you see this tweet or not?
I've seen all of Nicki's tweets.
We are advocating that
Dude, that's so funny. Okay.
people take advice from trusted healthcare professionals. And so if somebody doesn't have that background, no, we don't recommend listening to them.
Protesters that have been out here are saying they want the files from the CDC. They're holding signs that say Black Hammer stands with Nicki Minaj. It's clear where they stand tonight. We'll continue to follow any new developments outside here at the CDC.
Yeah, I wonder why he didn't fucking wear the Joker makeup when he was doing this one. That cult comment won't go over well, but they are literally a fucking cult, man. Shut the fuck up. Okay, that's insane. Like, you might be surprised at the amount of black people that have absolutely no knowledge of black history. Whoever asks about anti-Irish bigotry needs to research the history between Irish and black communities. Bad move. That cult comment won't go over well. They neither know or think you are a racist. They just don't care and are targeting you, which is worse in my opinion. There's no reasoning with those people. They're only looking for a target, and most of the people who see their tweets will not do any research on you. They're basically the same as QAnon zealots. Just stop engaging them then. I mean, they're literally a cult. And if people are going to get fucking mad at me and be like, oh, these are revolutionary black activists and this fucking white boy is calling them a cult, like, I'm sorry. Okay, listen, there is a degree of legitimacy of people being emotionally invested in a narrative and getting upset about it, especially if they're in my community, and I will address them as I did before. But like, they're a cult. They literally do cult tactics, and they do a lot of harm. Luckily, they're tiny, but you know, I'm sorry, but they're a fucking cult. Like, look at this. What is this? Oh my, I can't defend you because I value my life, Mr. Piker. Like, what the fuck? Hey, I know you see my tweets, and I just want to say I love you as a black fan, but yes, what you said was insensitive. I do not believe you're racist, nor do I believe you had bad intentions. I want you to understand what you said was insensitive. It came off wrong, and you should apologize. Thank you for apologizing. I love you. This is commies for Hassan. Don't put these people in the same level as Biko and Mandela. That's what they need to be. That's what they need to be told. What? Yeah, they're not.
Hasanabi, you should talk to Brace about Black Hammer.
What is this? Hassan Twitter? Yeah, this is literally what fucking happened. This is what happened. Instead of going around and being like, dude, this guy fucking, like, we watch this dude because he like recognizes his own personal privilege and like does his very best to fucking educate other privileged people by using his own personal privilege as a white passing individual to do anti-racist education. Instead of any of that, they were like, yeah, fuck you. Literally, they were like, fuck you, you're wrong, you piece of shit. They just yelled at us last night. Yeah, they were like, "Oh wow, another Nicki Minaj tweet. Time to like it, I guess." That's what members of Hassan tweet were doing. They were like, "Fucking time to like yet another Nicki Minaj tweet." Deranged barbs like spewing bile. Time to like them and agree with them. Okay, let's go.
I can tell you this didn't happen under President Trump. And I know there's a lot of people on the left.
Hey, you know who was with me, though? Hoscord was. That's right. Shame.
Want to try to blame President Trump. He wanted out of Afghanistan real bad. He was real frustrated not being able to get out. But he didn't pull out because he knew this would happen. In fact, we all did. I called it on this program. My 12-year-old son knew about it. And so I've got Americans there that are stuck. To me, that's a hostage situation. But Joe, I appreciate you working to get them out. I really do, and I wish you all luck in the world. With due respect, thank you for.
With due respect, Grant. I mean, like veterans, you know, being one, right? And our friends are over there. We followed this closely for multiple administrations, and we know the Trump's administration's efforts here were fairly weak. That they were trying to limit the number of people that would get out. And so there were
oh shit. My man literally went on Newsmax and said, look, the previous administration didn't do shit. Like, they literally limited evacuation efforts. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm sure this will go over well on Newsmax.
There was coordination problems.
Joe, I'm gonna cut you. I'm already weak. I'm already low on time, Joe. Joe, cut him off, please. Cut him off now.
Oh my God, dude. Cut him off. Cut him off now.
6 months.
He said something that was truthful about Trump not doing enough. Are you fucking kidding me? This is a goddamn propaganda outlet.
Cut him off now.
Cancel.
You're not going to blame this on President Trump on my show. That's not happening. Now, I appreciate the work.
What a bitch, dude. What a fucking baby back bitch, dude. We got to run that again.
Fairly weak. That they were trying to limit the number of people that would get out, and so there was coordination problems.
Joe, I'm gonna cut you. I'm already weak. I'm already low on time, Joe.
I'm already weak, Joe. I'm hearing you trying to fucking say shit, Joe, about Donald Trump, Joe. You dare not do that, Joe.
Cut him off, please. Cut him off now. Cut him off now.
This dude is just a barb for Trump, by the way. Like. That's it. Like Sean Hannity, this fucking potato, barbs for Donald Trump.
You're not going to blame this on President Trump on my show. That's not happening. Now, I appreciate the work that you're doing. God bless you for being a veteran. God bless you for trying to get Americans out.
I'm tweeting that. Fuck it.
But don't come on this program and take the talking points of the left and blame President Trump. That's not helping anybody. The Biden administration screwed this up from the very start. You know it. I know it. The country knows it. And you call them not hostages. I don't know how you don't call them hostages. They're stuck in Afghanistan with a country overrun with terrorists that are willing to kill them all. I'm mad about that, man. I really am. All right. We're going to slow it down because we've got a real hero coming up. That man's a real hero, too.
Yeah, the other guy is not a real hero anymore. Like, this motherfucker is literally working on evacuation efforts in Afghanistan personally, but he's not a real hero. I mean, he is a hero, but, like, not a real hero.
Hero coming up. That man's a real hero, too. He served.
Oh, dude, yeah, I don't give a fuck about drawing the ire of barbs. I've told you this already. I'm not going to stop on that. That's like how veterans online are scrambling to get people out of Afghanistan. Important intelligence from Hoscord. Average Hasanabi hater. C-Mac is a bar, by the way. Really? That's not surprising to me. This guy lick-throated, spit shine, and said thank you to Trump's boot. Oh, 100%. There can't be real... wait, you're saying there can't be real human beings that take this kind of media seriously, can there? My friend, I don't know if you're like, you know, calling in from Europe or something, but yes, like there are absolutely people that take it seriously. There are plenty of people that take that shit seriously. Are you kidding me? Everyone's like fucking grandfather and dad and, you know, all of those other people, like they love that shit, dude. My old roommate had OAN and Newsmax on all the time. That's crazy. What is a barb? Nicki Minaj stands. In Florida, they played in restaurants. My cousin-in-law uncle owns a pizza place here and they played in there. What the fuck? Had a person tell me Newsmax is the only news source out there. Oh yeah. Oh, here's a Tesla exploding. There's another one that's crazy though.
Call 911.
Calling emergency services.
I'm calling. Don't.
I can't even tell. This is not for individual broadcast. I don't know what that is. But this dude follows me, so I don't know what's going on. But, damn, we're covering all the fucking true and on bases today. The one base that we haven't covered thus far, of course, is the top of the hour ad break base. And I totally forgot. I mean, yeah, he's probably trying to sell the video for news agencies for money. That's why he's, like, doing that. But... the self-driving Tesla video got taken down for copyright. Yeah, where's the other Tesla video that I wanted to show you guys, dude? That swerved into pedestrians, dude.
After this.
Yeah, they literally took it down, dude. They got so mad. Like, Elon Stans got so fucking mad that they literally went and took down this video via copyright. Dude, this should be... I'm sorry, boys. You might get mad at me, all the Elon stands, all the tech stands and whatever, but like this should literally be illegal. Okay, here, watch this. So this is a dude testing out the Tesla autopilot. Look at this.
Whoa. Shit, sorry. It gave up there. Not the move. Okay.
Yeah, not the move, dude. Testing AI driving in crowded streets, definitely not the move. This is like attempted murder, dude. Like this is negligence to the degree where it's like manslaughter, right? Vehicular manslaughter.
Damn. All right, that's a wrap for today. Not perfect. A big improvement though, but not perfect. Still not perfect.
And this is absolutely a matter of public use, for the record. Okay? Time to start talking about Tesla's blind spots. A few of us have been trying to sound the alarms for a while now, but it's largely fallen on deaf ears. Tesla owners, let's face it, our cars have blind spots. To think these cars will operate autonomously as robot axis is naive.
You can see, can you move around the car? It's only seeing that one. But if you reverse back and inch out a little, yeah, that's good.
Oh, robot taxis.
Drive. Now it sees two.
Robo taxis.
Like you can see these two. Yeah. Can you move around again? But it still is not seeing these.
Teslas aren't fully autonomous. Idiots driving them as if they are the idiots here, not the tech. Dude, this is literally a straight lane where the fucking car swerves into pedestrians. That's not even remotely fully autonomous. Or rather, it's not something that you should be using at all. Like, are you kidding me? This is like a murder narrowly avoided. You understand that? Human drivers kill 1.3 million a year. How many do self-driving cars? What a brilliant fucking take, dude. What a brilliant fucking take from yet another absolutely moronic Tesla stand, dude. I wonder how many fucking self-driving cars that are fully fucking self-driving are in circulation right now. Like, I get the theoretical notion that if we reach fully self-driving status and every car is self-driving, I totally understand the separate implications of such a thing. I get that it could feasibly and theoretically be more safe than people driving because human error is the biggest problem on the roads. But right now, we're not at that fucking stage at all. We're not even near that stage. So how the fuck do you... like, how can you compare this? It's the same energy as being like, how many people have fucking flying cars killed, huh? That's right. 0. Yeah, because there are no flying cars. But if there were flying cars and they just blew the fuck up nonstop on people randomly, then, you know, we would have a different issue. I would be fucking talking against that too.
Shit, sorry. Damn. It gave up there. Not the move. Okay.
Yeah, that is not the move. Straight up. How was this nearly murder or illegal? The crosswalk light was red. Those people were jaywalking and there were no obstacles or people in this path. You recognize that if he had driven into those people, okay, because he wasn't paying attention, that would be manslaughter. That would be vehicular manslaughter. Itard. Really just fucking putting your name out there. Are you kidding me? Have you ever been in a fucking... Have you been to a city, dude? Do you... And it's also legal for them to walk, dumbass. They have 8 seconds to walk. So you're not even right. Even if you were wrong... I mean, even if you were right and this was actually red, it would still be insane. But it's not even red. They're still legally walking. They're not even jaywalking. So shut the fuck up. So what? Just reconsider and just perhaps for a brief moment, like re-examine why you just jumped to the defense of Tesla here for a second. Per mile, cars with heavier automation do tend to be safer than cars with less automation as a rule. We've seen this trend for decades, and assisted drive like autopilot, ProPilot result in less deaths, injuries per mile. Obviously, there's work to be done both on the tech and on people's awareness of them not being self-driving. Yeah, I think Tesla should be held liable for fucking for marketing their cars as fully self-driving cars, though. Like, I think this technology, while it's completely currently not usable in cities, like this video for me is enough to say, no shot. This should not be readily available to the consumers. It should not. I'm sorry. Like, this is incredibly fucking... It's incredibly immoral for Tesla to even remotely market this, let alone fucking let people use it. Okay? Cars are super dangerous. You guys are crazy. It's wild that, like, you guys are not getting upset at Elon Musk for releasing this. And it's even wilder that it's being marketed as such. You understand that? People literally pay for this too, the beta. Like, people pay extra for this, right? Isn't it? You're more mad about the marketing rather than the technology? Yes, of course I'm more mad about the marketing rather than the technology. This technology has the capacity to save lives in the future. But putting out a fucking beta and allowing people to pay you extra to beta test something that is as dangerous as, like, self-driving fucking cars is insane. Y'all are nuts, dude. I don't have a problem with fucking technology. I have a problem with allowing this to be used. Allowing people to fucking pay for it. How the fuck has our government not regulated this, man? It's absolutely insane. Quit strawman argumenting self-driving cars with Tesla. There are other companies. Okay, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind here, dude. Guys, I understand self-driving car technology being revolutionary. Hello. I understand that it will literally, I just said it, it will actually fucking reduce accidents in the future. I think the argument is that it's self-driving cars don't have to be perfectly safe, just safer than human drivers. Yeah. But you recognize that this is not even fucking safer than human drivers, right? Like, this means, this one video alone shows that the AI is not perfectly safe and safer than human drivers to me. You can say, yes, it is all you want, dude. Thank God there was a human driver here that stopped the AI from doing a murder, for the record. Ted Cruz is siding with the Barbs. Yeah, let's see. When Ted Cruz said, happy birthday to Dream Stance fucking lit him the fuck up, called him an asshole, whatever. I wonder if the fucking Barbs will defend Ted Cruz or shit on Ted Cruz. We'll see. We'll see which Stan Twitter is less deranged, okay? What? Tesla driver decapitated with autopilot and it kept driving after he was killed? Federal regulators are investigating the fatal Tesla 3 model crash in Florida. What the fuck? It left the road, struck a palm tree, and caught fire. The driver was killed. What? The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, part of the USA Department of Transportation, is also sending a team to investigate the crash. In Friday's crash, the driver was killed where he drove his 2018 Tesla Model 3 under a 2019 International LT truck. According to the sheriff's office, the tractor trailer was turning left and pulled in the path of the Tesla, which came to a halt 0.3 of a mile south of the collision, where the driver was pronounced dead. It wasn't immediately clear if Tesla driver's assistant feature known as autopilot was enabled. Tesla declined to comment. How are they declining to comment? In the Davie crash, Tesla Model S left the road, struck a palm tree, and caught fire. The driver was killed. Autopilot system engaged, struck a concrete barrier. The driver was killed. A preliminary NTSB report found that 3 seconds before the crash, the car sped up, and there was no evasive action. That was the first deadly crash, I think. The dude hit a truck side on. I think he was watching a DVD at the time. It was meant for divided highways at the time, and it was a non-divided highway. Okay, do you understand why? Okay, so Fango lives. I know you're a big Tesla fanboy from what you're saying, but do you recognize why this is like really insanely irresponsible, perhaps illegal to fucking give to people as a technology? Like, I didn't realize so many fucking Tesla fanboys in my community were just like unironic, die hard, like libertarian Andes. Like, you sound like fucking Milton Friedman, dude. People should be able to fucking take the risk themselves. Like, what the fuck? Hello? This is turning into the fucking Ford Pinto argument that Milton Friedman has used in the past, like the famous Ford Pinto argument. This, at this stage, should absolutely be fucking illegal. Please, God, just read the fucking website. The currently enabled features require active driver supervision and do not make the vehicle autonomous. It doesn't matter. There are some AI tech. There's some AI tech that is already in all of these cars. Like, for example, the non-collision, like, automatic brakes, right? If the non-collision automatic brakes regularly would stop cars in the middle of the fucking traffic, then people wouldn't use them. It would not be out, okay? Jesus Christ, you guys are insane. You literally said, no, the beta is free, but you have to get into a program. You do have to pay more for FSD, but that's different from the advanced beta. The beta is an advanced version of the FSD. It absolutely is not usable in cities. Yes, it's still beta in cities, and I think there's a good argument to say it shouldn't be used yet. It's quite good on highways. And then you go, well, back then it wasn't quite good on highways. Okay, well, that's nuts. Then release it when it's good on highways. You know what I mean? And they called it the autopilot. You know what I mean? Like, they're still selling it as though it's like a... They're fully fucking selling it as an autopilot. By the way, can you explain to me what FSD means? Fango lives? I want you to spell it out for me, because you say FSD and I want to know. Can you explain to me what FSD is? I just want to know what F and the S and the D stands for. Go ahead, write it out for me. Fully self-driving. Yes, it's not full self-driving. It's dumb. I criticize them a lot for it. Okay, got it. Autopilot is meant to be a reference to the software in planes, which still requires an attentive pilot. And FSD is actually, I guess, not fully self-driving, but they're billing it as such. This is like KFC, dude. Oh, it's not real chicken, but it doesn't matter. Like, nobody thinks KFC is like not real chicken. It's KFC, dog. It's not Kentucky Fried Chicken anymore. It's just KFC. Just like FSD is just FSD. It's not fully self-driving. I feel conflicted now because I did at one point jerk off to that fucking Tesla autopilot porn video. And now I look at my dick in shame. I cannot believe I did such a thing. How dangerous. I guess the thrill came from the danger. That's right. Unless someone was coming from a right side of a sidewalk, those people weren't even close to danger. Dude, stop. You guys are delusional. You're delusional, man. Oh my God, dude. You're fucking delusional. Like, oh, dude, they weren't going to get killed, dude. Whatever. It just like swerved into them. Nicki Minaj gets suspended from Twitter after Climbing back. Okay. Oh, this one is an insane story. Here's a chiropractor that signed hundreds of mask exemptions for kids.
Is still raging. Parents on both sides of the issue are not backing down.
These doctors that sit up here that were sneering at us and looking at us like we're scumbags, they need to go back to medical school.
Okay, right here. Look, right here. So as you can see, fists are now flying.
Are you going to bully him into wearing your mask?
That's not what we do. We love our students.
Well, I don't believe that.
Yeah,
I don't believe that. I want my child to go to school free and unmasked.
So just sit there civilly and behave yourselves, or I'll have you removed. I suggest those of you that have your mask under your noses, put them back where they belong, or I'll have school police remove you.
This board is only focused on forced mask mandates, raising our taxes, and making our kids believe they can change their gender.
We're the bad guys because we're standing up for our children, like mine, who's at home right now, saying, I don't want to wear.
Well, there's new reporting that a chiropractor signed hundreds of medical exemptions for students who wish to opt out of wearing masks in Sarasota County schools. Dan Bush is a chiropractor, he's not a medical doctor, but it didn't stop parents from lining up at his office to get him to write an exemption for their kids. Other parents are outraged, calling Bush irresponsible. Our Randy Kay went to try and talk to him.
It's just after sunrise outside this chiropractic office in Venice, Florida, when we spot chiropractor Dan Bush. He's just arrived for work in his pickup. Hard to miss the red, white, and blue splash and freedom fighters painted on it.
How are you? Randy Kay with CNN.
Yeah, I'm not interested.
I just want to ask you.
These guys are literally freedom fighters fighting against the freedom from, you know, dying of COVID. Like, they're fighting against people freeing themselves from COVID. That's right, brother. Fuck, kidding me? You're going to really come out here and take away my freedom to die of COVID? Get the fuck out of here. Yee, baby. Look at this ugly ass truck, bro. You literally cannot fucking take a dude like this seriously.
I want to ask you about the exemption forms that you are signing.
Yeah, I already
That's my chiropractor, dog. My back is fucked up. Yo, that's my chiropractor, dog. I'm gonna die on a ventilator. I wonder if he ever puts the belly on the back, you know what I mean, while he's like working on you. He's just like, I need this for extra support. Boom, fucking plops it right on your back.
I know.
We already made our statement.
Well, why?
I bet he's got some magical hands, though. I'd get rubbed down by him. I would.
Why don't you talk to us about it? Are you examining each and every child that you're writing exemption forms for?
Yeah, I'm examining child. I'm examining child's all right.
This wasn't about me. This was about parents' freedoms.
About parents' freedoms? Are you examining each and every child? Are you putting children's lives at risk by signing these forms? Why not? Why won't you answer a question about it?
Because I don't need to.
How do you feel about them not accepting your exemption forms?
And that was the last we saw of Dan.
Oh, wait. The school was like, yeah, no, fuck off. I didn't realize that. I did not realize that the school had been sane enough to say, yeah, no, like that's insane. We're not doing that.
Bush. When we
Wait, who gave you this? The local chiropractor? Wait, the guy that fucking drives around in his freedom pickup truck? Yeah, no, we're not taking this. That's insane.
His lawyer earlier about speaking with his client, he said Bush had no comment. Still, Bush has become somewhat of a champion here in Sarasota County to parents looking for a...
Dude, this chatter is correct. Dude, the Yee boys went from all lives matter to no lives matter so quick. They literally went from like Black Lives Matter, how about all lives matter? And then literally next month, they're like, actually, none of the lives matter. My life does not matter. Fuck you. I will die if I want to.
Way out of the school mask mandate, telling local media recently.
It's not a political thing. I'm not an anti-mask person, anti-vax person.
Wait, why are you dishing out these like Dude, he's just grifting the dummies, dude. That's what he's doing. He's just like, is he charging for that fucking exemption that is not even usable?
But I am a pro-freedom, pro-choice person.
Yeah, he's just like, listen, Listen, CNN, why the fuck are you guys coming here? Like, you're coming for my bag here. This is kind of fucked up, you know? It's called freedom, baby. Freedom to just fucking grift these goddamn hogs.
This was the scene recently outside his office, the Twin Palms Chiropractic Health Center. Hundreds of parents and children all hoping to secure a medical exemption.
I think it's ridiculous.
That's fucking insane, dude. Business is booming, brother. That's right. What, genocide? That's the business, brother. That's the name of the goddamn game. Let me tell you something. Business is fucking booming, brother.
I have to wear a mask for 8 hours a day.
This mom came to get Bush to sign an exemption form for her child, something he has now done hundreds of times, according to the Sarasota County School District.
I think it's great because many doctors are refusing to sign it. And this is one doctor that is actually volunteering his time with no pay to sign all of these forms.
Not everyone thinks it's as great as she does.
Do you think Dr. Bush is being irresponsible?
Absolutely. Absolutely irresponsible.
Jules Scholes, who has a daughter in kindergarten here in Sarasota County, started the group Stop the Spread SRQ. She says one of her friends was handed this medical exemption form from Dan Bush.
SRQ stands for Socialist Republic QAnon. That's right. Question it. The Q stands for questioning it.
Bush's office without ever meeting him or having his children evaluated. Notice it's blank. No medical.
How do you stop this man though? Like you can't revoke his medical certification. He has none. He's a chiropractor. Like, can you? Is there, you know what I mean? Like what? He's unstoppable in a way. He's not a doctor. Well, what are they gonna do? Go to the board of chiropractors, dude? Is that a thing? He's unstoppable, dude.
Or evaluation information. Just what looks like the chiropractor's signature at the bottom.
To just write mask exemptions without seeing a child is really egregious.
Dan Bush recently denied to local media that he has signed forms without seeing parents.
I have not given an exemption to any.
Oh, that's where I draw the line, dude. Motherfucker had 200 people outside of his office. Like, it doesn't even matter at that point if he it literally does not matter at that point if he was signing because they were there or not. Like, it's pretty much humanly impossible for him to go through 200 people and actually look through. It's statistically also not a possible situation for all those people to have qualifying conditions against mask wearing.
Parent that I have not met with.
Meanwhile, partly because of his actions, the Sarasota County School District told us they've updated their mask policy and now accept medical exemptions only from medical doctors, osteopathic physicians, and nurse practitioners. To be clear, chiropractors are not medical doctors, and the district will not accept their signed exemption forms. The school district also told us they've rejected about 650 medical exemption forms, and that the majority of the declined exemptions were from Dan Bush's practice.
What's the fucking medical exemption a chiropractor can give with respect to mask wearing? This 12-year-old will get will get back pain if they wear a mask. What happens there? It's actually leading to bad posture. These masks are too heavy for the kids. What? There's just no, I don't understand.
Yet this past weekend, Dan Bush took part in a mask exemption evaluation event, which more than 1,200 people reportedly attended. The flyer noted, medical records helpful, but not many.
Bro, this is so fucking Florida. This is just the most Florida story that you could come up with. I'm sorry. Just a cursed landscape, dude. Florida is so America. It's just it's a microcosm of what happens all around the country, but in on steroids, you know what I mean? And this is just the most Florida story in Florida, so.
Mandatory.
And Randy joins us now. So I'm sure you had a lot of questions for that chiropractor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anderson, I certainly did. I wanted to sit down with him for a real interview. I wanted to ask him why he's signing these medical exemption forms, what his evaluation process is for these students, why he thinks he's qualified to sign these exemption forms. But instead of this thoughtful interview, which I was looking for, we had to try and catch up with him in the back alley of his office, which we did. But I also wanted to ask him about some things that parents have been telling us. For example, we spoke with one woman who didn't want to go on camera, but she told us that she and her son waited 4 hours for Dan Bush in August to try and get an exemption form, and in just 2 minutes they got it. She said that he barely evaluated her son. He looked him over, didn't ask for any medical history, didn't check his vital signs or anything, but filled out the form and then
clapped.
She walked away with it in just a couple of minutes. Now, he wasn't signing those forms at this latest event this weekend, but he certainly has been signing these forms for some time, Anderson.
All right, Randy K. Randy.
We interrupt this ad for wonderful news. The decision has been overturned today. We are very glad to see the 4th Department has upheld the rule of law and said Byron Brown's name should not be on the ballot. Buffalo voters deserve a clear, transparent election laws and politicians who also abide by them even when they lose. Yeah, that's tight. That's actually awesome. That is good news. Congratulations to India Walton, the Democratic nominee for mayor of Buffalo and a out and about socialist. Fuck yeah. I cannot believe this even happened. It's just so disgusting, dude. I fucking hate the Democratic Party so much. What are your thoughts on the fact that women can't control their own body in Texas, but I gotta sit through fucking 300K boner pill commercials on Sunday? Wild. My thoughts on that are they're clear. I fucking despise that. I think it's disgusting. Texas is disgusting. There's nothing else I can say about it. If you were forced to move to one of the two, Florida or Texas, oh